You're listening to the Normal Isn't Necessary podcast, brought to you in part by the Gumball Head Sobriety Society and generous listeners just like you. For the latest updates, check out the link in our bio. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host of the Normal Isn't Necessary podcast, Gumball Head. It is Christmas Eve. Today is the 23rd of December, 2025. The last Christmas of the year. Right? Anyway, I'm here with your last minute gift guide, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit this morning. I did a podcast yesterday. It was a long one, or Sunday rather. It was a decent sized one, and my phone shut down, and no podcast, and I didn't realize it. So as we wrap up the year, we want to thank all of our guests that we've had over the course of the 2025 season. Thank you so much to everybody. We are very thankful. We are very blessed. We're very lucky to have all of you as connections, as, community, as partners, as friends. And now, if you've been a part of the podcast, you are part of the family. Big shout out to our holiday gift that arrived a little earlier than anticipated to our best good friend, LA Rogers, SFX Makeup. Recently had a child. Everybody's doing well. For anybody that's tuning in, we're so happy for her husband, and her entire family. We love you guys. If you're listening to this, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday to the little one, and we hope to have you share your story again. So we followed up with her a couple of weeks ago on our podcast here after about 6 months of stewing, and just kind of caught up with her, see how things were going, and her life has changed a lot since being on our show the first time. So if you guys want to check out that podcast, it's on there. Just go look at the list, LA Rogers SFX. It's a follow-up. It's 2.0. So check it out, and you'll be able to hear her out. So let's talk holidays. Christmas time, the most expensive time of the year for most people, and then the second most expensive time of the year is typically tax time. And so this is when people spend a lot of money. And I know that most entertainers they're already working on their February content. I'm not that big of an entertainer, so it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't need to be like spiced out like that. So currently I am working on this gift guide, last minute gift guide, literally, legitimately, 100% a last minute gift guide. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. The following day is Christmas. And there are people out there that haven't even shopped yet. I haven't shopped yet. I ordered something for my wife. I hope like heck it comes today via Amazon. I'm praying, my fingers are crossed. If it doesn't, then she gets a gift after Christmas. But if it doesn't show today, then I will dig deep into my holiday gift guide. And my holiday gift guide is mostly free. So I come from a family that likes to make gifts and likes to exchange, things within their skill set. My family background, there's a lot of artists in our family, and a lot of people that do arts and crafts, and they do, woodworking and sculpting and painting and ceramics, and there's just there's a lot of talent in my family, and I'm very blessed and thankful to be from a family that has so much talent. I'm humble when it comes to my talent. I don't really prompt myself as an artist by any stretch. Can I sit down and draw? Yes, I can. How often do I do it? Not very often. Design our logos and stuff like that, but every once in a while I'll draw something, I'll paint something, and I'll be like, all right, cool, and I'm good for a couple of months. My family literally always has a pencil and paper in their hand. So they're constantly doing art, constantly working on art pieces, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where I kind of stem from on this. Homemade gifts. This is the season for family. It's not the season to break the bank. Last year, we had very little money for Christmas. The year before that, we had even less. So 2 years ago, we did a very small Christmas. It was a dollar store Christmas, and my kids didn't care because we had a roof over our heads, and that was the most important thing. We had just moved into our apartment. We had very little for holiday gifts and presents. And when I say very little, I mean, I think we spent maybe $150 on Christmas total that year. And then last year, Christmas was tight as well. So this year is a little better. Next year will be better. The following year will be even better yet. Just trying to get our ducks in a row and get moving forward. But this is that hope that people sit there and they worry about. Sometimes things do take change and they take time. And sometimes we have to be patient when it comes to what those things that we want coming to fruition. And sometimes we just have to be diligent and assertive to make those things come to light. And sometimes it's difficult because we want, but we can't have, so we have to wait our time. And that is where this holiday gift guide comes in. Draw a picture. Spend an hour. Even if you're not an artist, if you don't have the money to spend on somebody, if you don't have the funding to go out there and, splurge on somebody this holiday season, go to the dollar store and pick up a picture frame. Come home, draw a picture. If you're not an artist, if you're not somebody who can draw very well, print something off the internet and do a light table of some sorts. They sell them at Five Below, the $5 and below store. You can get a light table there that will shine the light through a piece of paper onto another piece of paper. Trace it out. And after you get done tracing it out, you drew it. It's an outline. You drew it, then embellish it. Add to it. You can do all kinds of things to a photo. If you guys have not seen it yet, I have a painting on my wall that I ended up adding Falcor from the Neverending Story, and I put the Yeti on there and the Loch Ness Monster on there, and the painting hangs over our couch, and it's just something fun. It was a trash find. Found the painting in the garbage and I embellished it. I added to it. It's another option that you can do. You can go to the, Goodwill and pick up a old painting and just add to it. Be fun, be goofy with it. Have, entertain yourself. These are just, cheap, easy, free things that you can do. And I've never, ever had any issues at all with somebody handing me a handmade coffee mug, a handmade plate. Another option there, you can go to the dollar store. You can pick up a plate, and you can draw on the plate, or you could even tie-dye a plate, or a set of plates, and then spray them. They have a spray that you can spray that's food safe, food grade, clear acrylic shellac that you could put on ceramics, porcelains, and stuff like that. That is an option for you if you decide to do that. Another thing, that I don't know if you've ever seen the chore hobby tickets, but, maybe you're waiting on a check to come in. Maybe you're waiting until tax time. Maybe you're waiting for payday or your first paycheck. Or maybe you're waiting on the kid's child support payment to come through. You can always do, IOUs in the form of fun, entertaining things. Get a nice little gift box and do a stack of chore tickets. This ticket entitles you to 1 week of, entitles you to 1 week without an allowance, or 2 free chores, or a foot rub, or a back rub, or earlobe massage, whatever it is. Get creative. You can get creative with those things. And that's another great gift. Sometimes people do those as stocking stuffers, another thing you can always give out is one year one of my previous wives didn't have any money. My kids ended up getting a stick of gum or a pack of gum, and let's see here, they got a pack of gum, and I think they each got like a giant gummy bear for Christmas. She was just flat broke. That was the year that we had her come to our house for Christmas, because she didn't have the money to provide a Christmas for our children. Even though we were divorced, I invited her over for Christmas to make sure she got Christmas as well as our children had Christmas. It's about love. It's about family. It's about community, guys. It's not about the gifts. Holiday season is a wonderful time of year if you have the ability to provide a little bit extra. But if not, don't sweat it. It's not that big of a deal. Holiday gifts are thoughtful. But, sometimes that thought comes from the heart more than it comes from the wallet. If you lead with your wallet everywhere you go, you're not ever going to be successful when it comes to the necessities in life, when it comes to being personable, when it comes to being, kind or thoughtful. You think that money makes the world go round. It does not. I have no problems getting 0 gifts for my holidays. Although I'm very thankful for the things that I do receive, I am not a attached person. I'm not a big person when it comes to, here's this, hope you enjoy it. I am a socks and underwear guy. If you give me socks or underwear, I'm happy. If you give me nothing, I'm happy. My holidays are about my children. They're about spending time with family and about being there for the loved ones. And that is what the holiday season is all about. I know it's Christmas. I know it's not what people want to hear. I know it's not what they want. But in this economic time, we need to return back to the days where it's difficult to provide additional things when we have things that we need to provide year-round. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas. I look forward to hearing from all of you. I'll be back with a special episode Christmas Eve for a Sidework Wednesday. We'll be back on Christmas Eve for a Sidework Wednesday podcast. We hope you guys have a wonderful day, and much love to you guys. Until our paths cross, stay strong, stay focused, stay sober. See you all soon. Much love.